Hello everyone, I am Gyan and you are watching the second session of Java and Web, Variables, Data Types and Operators. In the previous video, we already learned about decimal literals of floating point numbers. Now the question is, can we use the hexadecimal literals for the float and double data types? And the answer is yes, we can have hexadecimal float and double literals. But with certain condition. The hexadecimal constant is only valid for scientific notation, not with the standard notation. Here is the hexadecimal scientific representation of a fractional number. This number represents a hexadecimal fraction number. Here 0xab is the significant part and minus 3 is the exponent part. 0x says that the significant is in hexadecimal and the number after p represents the exponent. We can use a small p or capital P to represent power of 2. If you remember, in the decimal scientific representation of a fractional number, the exponent was represented as small e or capital E, which represents power of 10. Here we are representing the exponent as small p or capital P, which represents power of 2. This power of 2 is called binary power. Only the significant part can be written as hexadecimal number, not the exponent part. That means the number after p cannot be written as hexadecimal. If the significant part is hexadecimal, then it cannot be fractional. It can only be integer. Means if you are trying to write a hexadecimal scientific representation, then you cannot write the significant as a standard fractional representation. Means you cannot write here a point b. It should always be integer. Similar to decimal scientific representation of fractional number, we have three parts of hexadecimal scientific representation of fractional numbers. The first one is significant. This p represents power of 2 and this is the exponent. Here 0x in beginning says that number is in hexadecimal. The significant part can only be in integer. Underscore character is allowed in the significant part and the significant can be both positive and negative. If this significant is positive, then plus sign is optional. If this significant is negative, then we must have to provide minus sign here. P represents power of 2 and this is the exponent part. The exponent can be only integer. It cannot be fractional. Underscore character is allowed between digits and the exponent can be positive or negative. If the exponent is positive, then the plus sign is optional, but if the exponent is negative, then minus sign is compulsory. Here the exponent is negative. If you want to convert this hexadecimal scientific representation of fractional number in the decimal, then you should do like this. A represents the weight of 16 to the power 1, B represents the weight of 16 to the power 0. A in decimal is 10 and B in decimal is 11. So that's how you multiply corresponding numbers with their respective weights. So this is 10 into 16 to the power 1, 10 means A, plus 11 into 16 to the power 0, 11 means B, and this whole summation should be multiplied with 2 to the power minus 3. This is how you get the decimal equivalent of hexadecimal scientific representation of floating point numbers. Let's use this hexadecimal floating point literal in a Java program. I stored my program in the file fractional1.java. Open that file. Class name is fractional and we are storing this literal in the double variable d. Since we are not appending any small f or capital F after the literal, so by default this literal is double. And this literal we are going to store in the variable of type double. And then we are printing the variable d. Let me save and compile it. Java C fractional1.java. Compiles fine and then pass the class name to the JVM. Runs fine. Similar to decimal scientific representation of fractional number, we can use here a small f, small d, capital D, etc. Appending the capital F after the literal makes the literal as float, and this float we are storing in the variable of type double, which is allowed. We can store the float literal in the double variable and then we are printing the double variable. Let me execute it again. Compiles fine and then runs fine. If I write here D, then it becomes a double. And if I write here, and if I make the data type as float, then compiler should throw an error. Because double literal cannot be stored in the float variable. Compile it. And the compiler throws error saying incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from double to float. All these examples are valid examples of hexadecimal float and double literals. And we converted ABC P-3 to the corresponding decimal. We can use any number of underscores between hex digit of the significant part. And the decimal equivalent to this literal can be calculated like this. These two literals, first and third literals, represent the same decimal. Underscore does not matter here. We can use any numbers of underscores between the decimal digits of exponent parts, and this literal results to this decimal. We applied all these hexadecimal floating point literals in a program. Let's go to that program. The name of the file is fractional3.java. Here we have stored all these constants in the corresponding variables, and then we printed all those variables. I think printing D1 and F2 should result same. F1 will result different and D2 will result different. So save and compile it. Java C fractional3.java. Java space file name fractional. And you can see here first and fourth printing is same because they were same constant, and these two are different. So this is how we can use different hexadecimal scientific representation of floating point literals. These are some wrong examples of hexadecimal representation of floating point literals. The significand or exponent cannot be start with a underscore. The significand or exponent cannot be end with an underscore. If we are representing a floating point literal as hexadecimal scientific representation, then we cannot have a decimal point in the significand side or exponent side. Both should be integers. The task for you is to apply these all literals and see what the compiler is saying. By mistake, if you write E instead of P, then it may result in very unexpected value. Let me write ABC E3 instead of ABC P3 and check what it results. Let's open the file fractional1.java, and for now we have the literal 0xabcp3 is going to be stored in the double variable D. By default, this literal is a double, and then we are printing the double variable. Let me execute this program and see what it results. Java C fractional1.java. Compiles fine, and then we have to pass the class name to the JVM. Runs fine. Let's change this fractional1.java and write here E instead of P. Write here E. Now see what's happening here. Compile it. Compiles fine. And then run it. Runs fine, but the output is slightly different than earlier one. How it comes? If the significand is in hexadecimal and you try to write E for the exponent, then the E also considered as hexadecimal and the whole literal changes to integer instead of float. And the whole literal will change to integer rather than a floating point number. So this literal is of integer type, not floating point type. If you are writing the significand in hexadecimal, you must have to write P as an exponent. You cannot write E. Otherwise the literal may change to an integer. So writing 0xabcp3 was your intention, but by mistake you have written 0xabce3, and writing 0xabce3 is an integer, not a fractional number. If you try to write a standard fractional number constant as a hexadecimal number, then compiler results an error. This is a task for you. Try to write a standard fractional constant as a hexadecimal number. We cannot write an octal fractional constant either in the scientific or in the standard form. Writing octal literals for the fractional number has no effect. Although we cannot, but let us try to write octal fractional constant. As you noted, we cannot write a decimal integer constant beginning with a 0. If you are writing a decimal integer constant beginning with a 0, then the integer becomes an octal constant, not decimal constant. So if you try to write an integer constant beginning with 0, then it shows error, because writing 0 before the integer constant makes it octal, and octal cannot have 8 or 9 as a digit. But if you place a decimal point or fractional point in between 8 and 9, then everything is okay. If you write 0, 8.9, it will result 8.9. Although the digits we are using is 8 and 9, which is not fit for octal constant, but it's not an octal. Means preceding 0 does not matter if you write it or not. So don't think that writing 0, 8.9 is in octal. It's still in the decimal. Similarly, 0, 8.9E2 results 890. And 089 E08 results 8.9E9. So these three literals are in decimal, not in octal, even if they have preceding zeros. Unlike integers, the preceding 0 in the fractional number does not make it octal. It is still decimal. Let me apply these literals in a Java program. The program is stored in a file fractional4.java, and this is how we are storing fractional literals in the double variables and then we are printing them. All these fractional literals have preceding zeros, but that does not make any difference. They are still decimal. Since we are not appended these constants with a small f or capital F, so these all constants are of double type. Save and compile it. Java C fractional4.java and then run it. Pass the class name fractional and it runs fine. That's all for this video guys. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe this channel if you are new. Leave your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.